Welcome back to the Chicago White Sox draft-only franchise, and we just wrapped up the 2026 Futures Game and MLB Draft. And I said at the end of the last episode we were going to have a major trade that I was going to wait to show you at the start of this episode, and we are going to acquire a player that you guys have recently seen. Let's show you what we're getting rid of. We're getting rid of this 21-year-old potential 64 overall pitcher. And we're getting rid of Jacob Gonzalez, even though I thought he was going to be the future at second base. We have Alvin Maddox, and we also have Sean Canones that can take care of that. So we're going to ship out Gonzalez and Willie Ibanez, and we're going to get a guy on the Marlins who's listed as a pitcher, but he is really a slugging first baseman DH and a marginal pitcher. He has great hitting stats. So we're going to make this trade. We're going to get Jac Caglianone, two-way player. He's not two-way yet until he gets to the majors. I would say he's at best a 5-starter. I would probably move him to the bullpen because I don't like his numbers at this point. But if he develops as a pitcher, then that would free up another guy that we could trade off in our third and final trade down the road. But this is the trade we're going to do. So we're going to bring in Jac Caglianone. He's 3-4 with a 4.37 ERA. But on this side, he's got 22 doubles, 16 homers, 44 RBI. Hitting 266, slugging 477 with an 822 OPS, and there is his hitting stats right there. So yeah, that's why we're going to make this trade. Welcome to the White Sox, Jac Caglianone. And because of the trade, we're going to lose Jacob Gonzalez off our Major League roster. So what we're going to do to fix that is move Truman Canning up to be the backup at second behind Lloyd L. Chappelle at AA. Alvin Maddox is going to get promoted up to AAA. And Brett Auerbach is going to go to the major leagues and take Gonzalez's spot as a bench player, with Kasevich being our full-time second baseman. Although we do have Juan Brito who can play second base. And then on the pitching side, Jac Caglianone is going to go to AAA and pitch up there. And we're going to move Sean Burke down to AA and see how he does. And then our hitting lineup is going to change as well. At each level, Jac Caglianone, not only is going to be the 5th starter down at Charlotte, he's also going to be DH, both against righties and lefties. Major League side, Juan Brito is going to go to 3rd. Auerbach's going to play at 2nd against righties. And Kasevich will play second base against lefties. AA, Chappelle comes in to play second. Canones moves up to leadoff spot with Gerald Perez and Villa behind him. Against lefties, against righties, and Canones stays in the leadoff spot. And Chappelle comes in down here, batting 7th, playing second base. And AAA starting pitcher Andrew Dahlquist tore his groin, and he'll miss 1 to 2 months. So on the DL he goes. And now we get our first look at newly acquired Jac Caglianone, as the Knights will host the Durham Bulls. Caglianone's playing DH today, and he will every day that he's not pitching. Bulls put up a 5 spot in the top of the first. And after our first 2 batters made outs, Roman Anthony draws a walk. And so we'll get in to see Jack bat right away. All right, Caglianone up, 1 on, 2 out. 1-2 pitch from Montgomery. And he swings through the slider and strikes out to end the inning. So not a very productive first at bat. We'll see how this game goes the rest of the way as the Bulls lead 5-0 after 1. Durham still up 5-0 in the 4th. As Caglianone comes up. Nobody on, 2 out. 2-1 pitch from Montgomery. And that's going to be laced into left field and drop in front of the left fielder. And that's a base hit. Get to see him get his first hit live on camera. The anti-Roman Anthony. There we go. And Edgar Kara would strike out the end of the inning, so nothing happened there. And after Durham adds 2 more in the top of the 7th, Jack is back up, leading off this time. Montgomery's still rolling with a shutout. His 1-1 pitch is going to be smashed in the center field. And he's going to be camped under it and have that for the first out of the inning. And we head to the bottom of the 9th. Ogian got hit by a pitch. Anthony draws a walk, so Caglianone's up. Nobody out, 2 on. Justin Sterner in the game now. His 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Diving play. No, he gets by him. And Mogian's going to come around and score. And Charlotte gets their first run of the game as Caglianone breaks up the shutout. But it wasn't enough as the Durham Bulls win 7-1, pounding out 12 hits. Montgomery goes to 11-3. Chase Chaney drops to 3-6 as the Bulls win 5 out of 6 games in that series. Rough series for Charlotte. You can see they're hitting multiple guys with multiple hits. 4 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Mason Montgomery, 7 shutout innings. Excellent start for him. Knights, Mogian with a hit, Caglianone with 2, Vasquez with 1. Just couldn't get anything going as Cheney got lit up early, and not a good loss. And now we head to Omaha as we get to watch Jac Caglianone make his first start on the mound for Charlotte. He'll also be hitting third in the lineup as a DH, so if and when he's done pitching, we'll still get to see his ABs, and I'm very interested to see how he does on the mound. After a Tatum leadoff single and a Maddox strikeout, Jack is up now, and there's the throw to first. Oh, and Tatum is picked off. Not a good look there. So instead of having one on with Jack, chance to drive him in, now we have nobody on, 2 outs, 1-2 pitch from Bolin, and he takes strike 3 right down the middle. Let's hope this isn't any indication of how this game's going to go as we head to the bottom of the first. Here's Caglianone's AAA stats. He was with the Marlins organization, so he's 3-4 with a 4.37 ERA in 20 games, 104 strikeouts, 101 innings. It whips a little high, so he needs to get those walks down. I believe his hits are higher than his innings pitched too. First batter he's going to face is Steven Garcia. And we get a pop fly down the right field line. Elko drifts back by the bullpen, and he's got it for the first out. That'll bring in second baseman Tim Gerber, who we saw had 4 strikeouts in the Futures game. Tough game for him. 1 out, 2-2 pitch, and there's another pop fly down the right field just behind the bag in the grass, and Elko's going to grab that for the second out. So first 2 batters, weak contact. Love to see that. That'll bring in Jake Berger hitting .297 with 13 home runs. I'm not sure why he's in the minor leagues. I'm sure the Royals could use his bat in the lineup. 2 out, 3-2 pitch. And he swings through the slider and strikes out. So that's his first strikeout for Caglianone as a member of the Knights. As we head to the second, there's no score. And after an Anthony double, Caro drives him in with a 2-out single. Anthony had to leave the game with an injury. Hopefully it's not going to be a rough one. And Mogian follows that up with a 2-run shot, and it's 3-0 Knights. As we head to the bottom of the second, Will Holland, DH, leading off. 1-2 pitch from Caglianone. And he swings through that Vulcan change and gets his second strikeout in a row. That'll bring in shortstop Nick Lofton. 3-2 pitch to him. And he swings through the cutter and strikes out. So 3 straight Ks for Caglianone. Gotta love that. Now Blake Mitchell's up. We saw him in the Futures game as well. Nobody on, 2 out. 3-1 pitch is just off the edge, and that's ball 4. So Mitchell's going to get a walk. He's the first base runner for the Storm Chasers. Carson Rocafort, left fielder's in. 2-2 pitch to him, and he swings through the cutter and strikes out. So Caglianone walks 1, but strikes out the side. He's looking dominant early. It's 3-0 after 2. At the top of the third, Tatum hit a fly out, and then Maddox hit a solo home run. Remember, we just brought him up from Double-A when we traded Gonzalez. So now Caglianone comes up here. Nobody on, 1 out, and he swings through the pitch and strikes out for the second out. Knights wouldn't score any more runs the rest of that inning, and it's 4-0 now. Let's pick up this game in the bottom of the third. Cale Emshoff hits a ground ball to second. Maddox grabs and throws, and there's 1 down. Brings up right fielder Eric Pena. 2-1 pitch from Jack is a tapper up the middle, and Caglianone grabs that. Flips to first, and there are 2 down. And then we're back to the top of the order. Steven Garcia, center fielder. 2-2 pitch, and there's a ground ball to short. Scoop by Mogian, throws on the run, and he's out. So 1-2-3 inning. Caglianone's on fire here. 4-0 through 3. And Charlotte didn't score in the top of the 4th. Tim Gerber back up here, leading off. 1-2 count. Caglianone's pitch. Ground ball to short. Diving play by Mogian. Gets up, quick throws, and he gets him by a mile. What a play. Nice play by Mogian at short. Let's take a look at this replay. Hard smash, lays out, knocks it down, pops up quickly. Strong throw. He was out by 3 strides. Way to go, Mogian. That'll bring in Jake Berger. Nobody on, 1 out, 3-2 pitch is a line drive to right field, and that's going to be gone. Hopped over the wall. I was expecting that to hit the top of the wall. It just kept carrying 109 miles an hour. My goodness. Line shot over the wall. And that's the first hit of the game for the Storm Chasers. First one allowed by Caglianone. And it's now a 4-1 ball game. Man, he needs to go back to the majors and quit terrorizing these minor league pitchers. That'll bring up Will Holland. Nobody on, 1 out, 2-2 pitch. And it's going to be a tapper to second. Maddox comes in. Easy throw, and they're 2 down. That brings in Nick Lofton now. Nobody on, 2 out. Caglianone's 2-2 pitch. There's another ground ball to Max. He's busy today. Scooping a throw. And we're out of the inning. So Storm Chasers get 1 back in the home run by Berger as we head to the top of the 5th. After the first 2 guys got out, Alvin Maddox hits his 2nd home run of the game. My goodness, have a game, Alvin Maddox. That'll bring up Jac Caglianone. His 3rd at bat here in the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch, and it's going to be hit down the left field line, and it's a fair ball landing on the line or near the line. He's going to be in the second base with a double. As the Knights have a man in scoring position now with 2 outs. See the replay. Just went with the pitch. Got to like that. Hit hard down the line. And into the corner. See a close-up. Yeah, it looks like 3 or 4 inches inside the line. Nice placement. And that's going to be it for the pitcher. Boland's done. He's given up 5 runs. A lot of extra base hits so far. And that's going to be it. The Knights wouldn't score any more runs that half inning, so we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. 5-1 Charlotte. And that's going to be it for Caglianone. He's only going to go 4 innings. Throwing a lot of pitches in those 4 innings with all those strikeouts. Something I was worried about because his stamina is low, so it's below 70. As we jump to the 7th inning, Tatum leads off with a strikeout. Maddox strikes out. That'll bring up Caglianone now. 1 for 3 with a double. Nobody on, 2 out. Altavia's pitch. And that's a shot into right center field. Back to the track and gone as that sneaks over as well. And it's 6-1 Knights. There we go, Jack. That's a double and a home run. Pitches very well for 4 innings. That's the bat we traded for right there. Anything we get on the pitching side is going to be extra, but we wanted that bat, and he shows why we made the trade. See this replay. Just drives that high fastball, and that was a missile. 109 miles an hour, hits at 405. Head to the bottom of the inning. You can see he had 2 outs and a walk, and Rocafort hits a 2-run homer to make this a 6-3 game. And now we jump to the top of the 9th. Caglianone, 2 for 4 with a double and a homer. Nobody on, 2 out. 1-2 pitch. And he's going to swing and miss on the slider. So he's going to end the day 2 for 5, but those hits were big hits, loud hits. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 9th. Charlotte up 6-3. And we have a man on with 2 outs. Garrett Lewis, the closer in, trying to finish this game off. 1-2 pitch to Mitchell. And there's another ground ball to Maddox. Scooping a throw, and there it is. Knights win 6-3. Caglianone doesn't get the win because it only went 4. Enriquez gets the win. Boland the loss. Lewis the save. Let's go check this box score. See Maddox 2 solo homers. Caglianone a double and a solo homer. Mogian 3 hits, including a home run. We had 3 doubles in the game. Mogian with a steal. Caglianone 1 hit, that home run to Berger. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Enriquez does give up 2, but pitches effective for 3 innings. The bullpen finishes off. So, nice win for Charlotte. And you can see Roman Anthony's injury was nothing serious, so he might miss a couple of days, but that's all. Okay, so I explained last episode that Colson Montgomery jumped to the #1 spot on the Rookie of the Year in the American League because Nick Kurtz got traded, and he's continuing on a roll. He's got 18 home runs and 72 RBI. So we're going to jump in here and do some player lock with him and kind of hope to see if we can watch him hit his 20th home run of the season. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Let's get into this home game against Baltimore Orioles, Shane Drohan and Dean Kramer. And welcome to Guaranteed Rate Field. White Sox hosting the Orioles. Orioles, the #1 wild card team, so they're a good team this year, and we are not. As you see, we have 82 losses, so that's going to put us under 500 at the end of the year. You can see we're wearing the 1971 throwbacks today. It'd be nice. We have a lot of uniforms we can possibly wear. And we're going to pick this up in the bottom of the first. De La Rosa led off with a walk. Brito struck out. That's going to bring out Colson Montgomery, sitting at 18 home runs. Try and watch to see if we can get him up to 20. It'd be nice if we could do it on camera. He's going to swing and miss at that pitch and strike out for the second out. White Sox did not score as Rocha grounded out the end of the inning. We hop to the bottom of the fourth. Baltimore put up 5 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Drohan got shelled. Brito strikes out to lead off the bottom of the fourth, and that'll bring us back to Colson Montgomery now. Nobody on, 1 out, 2-1 pitch from Kramer. That's a fly ball down the right field line, hooking foul. If you can just keep that straight. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's a shot into right center field, and that one is definitely gone.
You can put it on the board, yes!
Colson Montgomery, home run number 19. He is the man when we watch the games. Unlike Roman Anthony, we know we can count on Colson. 440 feet, my goodness. He is just leading this team. We got to find some other bats to help him out, give him some support. But what a rookie season. See the replay here. Kramer's pitch right down the middle. Montgomery jumps on that 2-2 pitch and just hammers it deep into the bleachers. And he knew it right away. Another look at that ball over the bullpen in the right field stands. And then Koperniak hits a solo shot in the bottom of the fifth to make this an 8-2 game. Only our second hit. Both of our hits were home runs. Brito strikes out here to start the 6th inning. We'll bring Montgomery up now with 1 on, 1 out. 2-2 count. And he's going to hit a ground ball to third. Urias grabs, throws across the diamond, and he's out for the second out. Get another chance here in the 9th. Felix Bautista coming in, even though it's not a safe situation. He's got 35 saves in 45 games. Montgomery's leading off here. Trying to see if we can get a 2-home run game here and get up to 20 while we're watching. Full count. Bautista's pitch is going to be a tapper to short. Kyron Paris grabs and throws, and that's the first out. And we don't get 2 home runs from Montgomery. We do get 1. Dean Kramer wins. He goes to 12-8. Shane Drohan drops to 5-16. And Baltimore takes the first game of this series. Let's go look at the box score. 3 hits for Honeycutt, 3 for Westberg, 3 for Holiday. They hit 5 doubles in the game. Colton Cowser with a home run. Holiday with a steal. Kramer only 2 runs in 6 innings. Bullpen shut us out. Flip on over to the White Sox. Solo homer by Montgomery. Solo homer by Koperniak. That was the extent of the offense as Drohan 11 hits in 3 innings, 7 earned runs. That was an ugly, ugly start on the mound. Let's go to the next day. I want to show you this. Baltimore wins 8-6. Colson Montgomery goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs, and he does get his 20th homer. Although Cavalli got hammered, so did Jose Hernandez, but Colson Montgomery, 20 home runs halfway through August. Let's go. And we're going back to watch more of Colson Montgomery as the White Sox travel to Pittsburgh to face Paul Skeens and the Pirates. Should be a big test for Monty. See, Skeens' stats on the season, 10-8 with a 3.48 ERA, 160 innings, 136 strikeouts, a 110 whip, 20% strikeout rate. Excellent season for the tall right-hander. And we got Monty up. The first 2 batters made out here in the top of the first. See, he's hitting 290 with 20 homers and 77 RBI. Skeens' 1-2 pitch. High fastball, 101 miles an hour, blows it by him with the third out. We better bring our hitting shoes today because they're going to be well tested. Now we go to the top of the fourth. Pirates put up 1 in the first, get a 2-run homer from Brian Reynolds in the third. Juan Brito gets a leadoff single for us in the top of the fourth, so back to Montgomery's next at-bat. We got 1 on, nobody out. 2-2 pitch from Skeens. It's going to be hit into right field, and Laureano runs in, grabs that for the first out of the inning. We would get him in on second and third, but failed to score, and now we head to the top of the sixth. First two batters make outs. So Montgomery's up again. Nobody on, 2 out. 1-2 pitch from Skeens, and he swings at the low fastball and strikes out again for his second K of the game. See, Vlad Guerrero's on the Pirates now. That's very interesting. At least he's out of the American League. Now we go to the ninth. 4 runs in the seventh for the Pirates. 3-run homer and a solo shot back-to-back. Brito leads off with a ground out, so Montgomery's up. His fourth at-bat, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a tapper to third. Hayes grabs that, throw across the diamond, and he's out again. 0 for 4 day. And Skeens would seal the deal, get the complete game shutout, 5-hitter. Moves to 11-8 as Davy Garcia drops to 4-16. Take a look at this box score. See a single by Brito, double by Rincones, double by Ward, 2 singles by Carrig. Garcia didn't pitch bad, but the bullpen did not pitch great. Over to the Pirates side, 2-run shot from Reynolds, 3-run shot from Bart, solo shot from Hayes. They stole 3 bases. We also gunned them down 3 times. And there you go, Skeens, 5-hit shutout, no walks. Excellent start by the Pirates right-hander. Check this out. Charlotte wins 2-1. Jac Caglianone gets his first win as a member of the Knights, goes 7 innings, 4 hits allowed, no walks, 9 strikeouts, only 1 run. So he gets his first W as a Charlotte Knight. Way to go, Jac Caglianone. And the White Sox wrap up the month of August after going 8-19, dropped down to 93 losses. Still 2.5 games better than the Blue Jays, but the Rockies have heated up a little bit, so we have the second worst record in the majors, but I have to say, feels like we're playing better. We got 25 wins on the road, 21 wins at home, gone 5-5 in those last 10, so we had a really rough stretch. I'll show you that right here. You can see we had a big stretch here in the middle where there's a lot of white circles with L's in them. But we finished the month strong. Let's go in and take a look at the stats right now. Colson Montgomery, 139 hits. He's got 21 home runs, 81 RBI, hitting 292, 485 slug, 850 on base. And his WAR is 4.0, best on the team by far. Rocha's got 16 home runs and 56 RBIs. Looks like he's never going to be much of a contact hitter, but he does have pop, and we can always use that. Koperniak's been hot a little bit lately. He's got up to 220 with 10 and 35. The rest of these guys down here, not much to write home about. Pitching side, Cade Cavalli, most innings pitched. Hagen Smith, lowest ERA. That has not been the case all year. He has pitched really well down the stretch of the season. Couple of games with no runs or 1 run. 140 Ks leads the team in 154 innings. ERA of 4.02. You can see he still has more hits than innings pitched. Still gives up a lot of extra base hits with those 24 home runs. But he's getting his walks in check and that ERA as well. So hopefully he can take another step next season. Bullpen-wise, Kolek had a 0-point-something ERA at the All-Star break. It's jumped up to 2, but I didn't expect him to go the whole year with a sub-1 ERA. Rest of the bullpen's kind of hit or miss. Bellotti doing his job at 26 saves. Got to like that. And we'll go back to AAA. Jac Caglianone up to 24 home runs, hitting 284, slugging 517. Again, that's combined with his season in AAA for the Marlins. Roman Anthony, 274 with 11 and 51. Javier Moguian, too bad he's a D potential. 13 home runs, 50 RBIs. Terrell Tatum with 26 steals. Zavala's kind of Caro's gotten better as the season goes. Elko, again, he's a D potential, though he's playing really well. Pitching wise, Kevin McCann, 12-7, 3.52 ERA. Anthony Medrano getting the ERA down. Remember, at one point it was over 7. It's down to 4.14, and he's got a 5-11 record, 117 whip. Look at that progression. Great across the board. Almost got his hits down to his innings pitched. Only 22 walks allowed. Gotta love that. Caglianone had a really good game of his first win for the Knights with 1 run and 7 innings with 9 Ks. So he's progressing a little bit on that side. Still doing well. He's dropped a little power against righties. AAA stats, still 142 hits, 125 innings. It's going to be one reason why I don't really want to have him pitching at the major league level. As a starting pitcher, may have to move him to the pen. We have enough lefties in the rotation. And if you look at his attribute, 66 stamina. If it's under 70, I move him to the pen. So I'm going to do that next year. I will classify him as a reliever, which will tank his overall. It'll probably drop somewhere down into the 60s, but that'll just give him even more room to grow, especially on the hitting side. Bullpen over here, Jac Kelly pitching awesome again. He's about ready to go to the major leagues next year. Max Roberts, I wish he was not a D potential because he's pitched great every time. Garrett Lewis, he's got 30 saves. We have 7 losses. He's blown 8 or 9 games. His ERA was over 6 for a long time, so he's been kind of hit or miss. But it looks like the game says he's ready to go to the majors. I don't know if he is or not. Go down to Double-A. Jac Caglianone's our first-round pick, hitting 281. He's got 2 home runs, 15 steals. He's got other extra base hits. He's got 34 doubles and 6 triples, so just because he doesn't hit out of the park doesn't mean he has 0 pop at all. Harvey Williams was the guy that we drafted. He's like 23 years old, in the 50s, and he's just killing it, especially contact against righties is way up. 18 home runs. I knew he had the power, but that's kind of shocking. I've been watching him all year. George Walco, Gerald Perez. Perez has had a little bit of a resurgence here. Wilfred Veras, too bad he's a D. He's going down, although he's playing really well with 16 home runs. Pitching side, I mean, none of these guys are real big prospects, but, you know, they're pitching decently. Bullpen side, Nolan McLean, need to move him back as a starting pitcher, and he'll be at AAA next year for sure. He's knocking on the door, getting into the major league rotation as well. You can see him 117 hits and 133 innings with only 4 home runs allowed, 142 strikeouts. Guy has been amazing. So, yeah, I can't wait to see him get up over 70 overall and get him up to the major leagues as well. We need that right-handed arm in the rotation. Derek Denson, 39 saves. He was just a D potential undrafted free agent. We grabbed him. Guy's been killing it down in Double-A. Look at the awards real quick. Tristan Casas leads the American League in MVP race, although Cal Raleigh and Brent Rooker are right on his tail. National League, Shohei, 10 more RBI than Tucker and Soto. Blake Snell leads in Cy Young. American League is Pablo Lopez. Yandy Diaz leads in batting average. Acuna in the National League side. Reliever Brian Hudson in Milwaukee. Griffin Jacks, Twins. Rookie of the Year, Colson Montgomery. Looks like he's going to nail that down. I don't think Art Rocha can catch him, and Travis Secord have to win a whole bunch of games in the last month. So as long as Montgomery doesn't completely tank in September, we're going to get an extra first-round pick next year. National League, Nick Kurtz was leading the American League. Now he's going to win the National League. And Hank Aaron leaders are Ohtani and Kerry Carpenter. So quick rundown on stats and what I'm going to do. We are at the September call-up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Roman Anthony and Jac Caglianone on the 40-man roster, and they are both going to be September call-ups. They are both coming up to play every day. And so next episode, we will highlight Caglianone, Anthony, and Colson Montgomery in the majors. We'll just play out the rest of the minor league season and take a look at them at the end. But we're really going to focus on our 3 best hitters going forward. So hopefully we can have a good September, get their major league debuts out of the way, and we'll have those 3 left-handed bats for the middle of the order going on opening day next year. So if you like what you've seen so far in the series, please comment, share, like, hit the notification bell so you know when the new episodes go live. And I will catch you next time on the Chicago White Sox Draft Only franchise.